Hey guys, it's your girl Wandika, originally from Jamaica, and I am back with another video showing you week 3 in my April book. Alright, so this is getting a bit chunky, but since we only have one more week to go, I think it won't be too bad. And I already put down some of the, information, so I won't have to do that, so I could see how it will make it to the end of the book. And since I am still doing the nostalgia bits, I wanted places to do that. And so I said, even though it's volume 2, I still wanted a calendar, so I put in a calendar in here because I wasn't carrying around the other one. And then Sunday, Easter Sunday, also part of spring break. This whole week has been spring break, and I was so happy not to be at school. I didn't realize how exhausted I was. I really needed this break. So kind of just hung around the house. I did a few things, like I did write and I did chores and stuff, but didn't do much, and that's fine with me. I have these watercolor pieces here because I wanted to do a sketch of the tulips I told you last time, but I didn't get around to it. I got this great paper at Tuesday morning, and I thought it would be good to be in here. And this was on a calendar, You Are Born to Be Amazing. I liked having these motivational things in my book because sometimes it's so hard for me to be motivated. Some days are just like that. I think everybody has those days. And then because it was Easter, I used my egg napkins. I don't think it was meant for Easter, but it kind of fit in, so I just decoupaged it on here. And I had this picture somewhere in my stash, and I just decided to just put it there just as a memory. And then Monday, which was awesome, I didn't have to go to work. I organized my desk because this was how it looked before. I don't know if you saw in the other videos where I would be doing flip throughs and there would be like a million things nearby. It was just spilling over, and so this was how it looked. And then I had this this used to be like a coffee table that I used as a shoe rack, and then I realized I need to put up all my winter shoes, and so I said, maybe I should use this to organize all my craft stuff that are on my desk. There are lots more stuff in the living room that are in boxes and are very much organized, so why shouldn't my desk be organized? So I did that, and here's a close-up of that. So feel very happy about that. And then I did do some of the shopping. This was also done later too, in red. So the ones that I did in blue were this day, and then I did some more in red. This is just, as I've said, I'm using this as a nostalgia book. So this is a picture of me at a graduate function. Well, I was an undergrad, but we were graduating. That's what I mean. Not meaning a graduate student yet. I was an undergrad getting ready to graduate with my BA, and I thought this would be a good thing to talk about because it was an interesting time in my life, and it was just at the beginning of something happening, and I like to look back at those moments to see where I was, what I was thinking, yeah, here's a picture. I did do a bit of journaling underneath here, so I'm not, because I really needed to write down some things that were going on in my life, and I don't think I want to share that with the internet right now. But I was going through a bit of stuff, and I'm glad that I have this journal as well as another journal I am using. And this journal I made because I realized a lot of my personal stuff I had to be hiding from you guys. So I'm like, I need to make a personal journal that I don't have to really share. But I'll show you like what it's made up of, this kind of, it's junky, just like this one. Has like a nostalgia feel as well. Pockets, because I had to put in a bunch of stuff. from like when I was writing on scraps of paper, right? So I needed to finish this because I know I spent a long time writing in it because I needed to express a lot of my feelings, and it helped me to overcome some of the anxiety and stress that comes with certain situations. So, you know, so I do have both, and I still from time to time will journal in here, as you will see, but this is for like the deeply personal things that I can't share with you. Okay. And then, yeah, because here, you know, I guess I can show this because it was just talking about me feeling a bit down, you know, like, you know, I had these flowers and I'm like, you know, trying to motivate myself, cheer up, you know, don't droop. Like I said, like I felt like these flowers that were kind of drooping after 4 days, and I'm like, you know, I just wanted to stay in bed and just like, but life goes on, you know, and I'm so glad that I motivated myself. And everybody has those moments where life just, you know, deals you a curveball and you just have to work with it. And by going about my day and like focusing on other things, I did begin to cheer up, and I got this cute wig. And it really helped to improve my mood. It's so weird, the little things that kind of boost you, because it reminded me of a time in my life when I was like teaching for the first time, and this was the hair that I had, like my I had processed hair that time, and I had cut it in this style. So seeing this wig just reminded me of that time, and it kind of really boosted me. And I got these really cute shoes, I mean, that day, and I took off the sandals I had and I wore them, but the zippers broke and I had to send them back because I'm like, I just got these, I put them on, walked 2 steps, and they broke. So I kind of had to send those back. But I'm so glad that, you know, I went. Another thing that really cheered me up was when I went to my mailbox, I got a note from one of my subscribers, Chris Johnson. You know, she gave me this card, Scatter Joy, Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, I guess. And she writes, "Dear Wandika, goodness happens wherever you've been. May it all come back to you on your birthday. All my best wishes to you on your day, Chris Johnson." And I had sent her some happy mail because she sent me this surprise package that I told you guys about. So I sent her back some stuff, and she sent this on my birthday. So thank you so much, Chris. If you're watching, you don't know how these little things just boost somebody's day, because I was having a rotten day, and this just really helped to turn it around. Another thing was that my sister, one of my sisters and my niece, they sent me this package. And it meant so much to me to get this. It was such a surprise because they had called me and wished me happy birthday and everything. But they sent me a package which was just amazing. And I didn't want to disturb it yet. So I haven't really opened anything in it yet. But I took a picture because I wanted to show you guys, you know, and to put it in here as a record. So these little things really boosted me. I put this in here because I don't know how many of you like do this, you know, you're feeling a bit down and you kind of eat stuff that you shouldn't eat. So I just like, before I knew it, I'd eaten the whole bag. So it says this, it was sweet, but it was also a bit sad, you know, to sit there and just eat your feelings. It's not a good thing to do, I should say. But the good news is that my day turned around, and it was all because of people sending love, you know, that really helped me. And I remember I showed you this picture was in there. This was a really interesting time. I was doing a reading, I think in 2014. And as I said, I'm putting a lot of memories in here. So I had this remember this sticker and just said a few things about it. Sometimes I write a whole page, but here I thought, you know, it's fine. I could just say what happened and why it was so great. And then things started to get a lot better during the week. I started to feel like my old self again, and still rocking that wig, and how it made me feel like I don't know if you guys are gonna know this, but in Jamaica we have this kind of thing about a rude girl. That was really in the 80s, 90s. You see hear about stuff like that where it's sort of like a dancehall culture. But I don't know. I think I was channeling a rude girl that day, and you know, because I got these great graffiti pants. I don't know. The whole look came together, and it was a lot of fun. And here I am, like striking a pose. And then I tried this recipe. I had this on my birthday, and I tried it myself, and it came out good. I mean, there are parts of it that are a bit burned, but because I always forget that I'm cooking, because I always either I'm crafting while I'm cooking or watching something when I'm cooking, and I always forget. So I need to always remember to set the timer. So yeah, so that's it. Like I used a gift bag here, you know, and I was gonna write a bunch of stuff in here, but I just didn't, you know, I didn't, because I had that book I told you about that I've been using to write my personal thoughts. So I don't need to camouflage all of my journal stuff anymore, because I have a book for it now. Of course, you know, my usual to do, and I'm loving this paper. Yeah, I wish I had started using these from the first volume, like from the first day, because it just ties in with the same kind of paper. I didn't have to tea dye it or anything, and it just really coincides with the page. This was from a book with Iman. I told you guys about that. I put it in. Then the 20th was a really good writing day. I just was writing, and that was so great. And I just wrote a note to myself that happiness is a choice. So you have to work at it, especially on days when you're not feeling like yourself. And here I am. This was at Taco Bell. And here I am writing again. It was just a good writing day. And it helps if you have cute shoes. So lately, I've been taking pictures of my shoes like that. It doesn't really show it. I don't think it does it justice, but I like to keep a record because cute shoes, cute hair, you know, makes you feel better. And then I just folded these two sides together and made a giant pocket. And this is where I'm going to put my receipts, because you know, I like to keep them. I like to like lay them out and look at what I've spent and so on. But I don't know if I'm going to have space for that. Maybe I'll do it at the end if there's space, but I want to put some in here as well, because I keep, so that when I'm on the road, I have, you know, I have little scraps that I can use for layouts. So it's good to have this kind of big pocket in here. And then yesterday, you know, I made this pasta dish, and it was quick and easy, and I loved it. Just did some veggie stuff. I did put on this outfit, but I thought it was too nice just to go shopping. So I took a picture of it anyway. And then I just kind of wore some casual stuff and went to Michael's and stuff. And I got this great desk the day before. And at Dirt Cheap, it was it was like 70% off. I paid like $27 for this desk. And it's so cute, and I think I'm gonna paint it like how I've painted this desk, so I might paint it as well. I'll have to probably sand down a bit of it. Yeah, I mean, I did start to feel a bit down again, but I don't know what it was really, and I took a picture of my shoes again. But I, you know, got over those feelings when I got home, and maybe I was just tired. I don't know. Yeah, you know, some days, some weeks, you just have an off day as well. So I think that might have been it, you know. Because today, the 22nd, I really like this page. It's very colorful, and I decided not to use photo paper because I wanted to be able to just put it here. Because sometimes when you put photo paper against each other, that's why I have all the plastic stuff. But sometimes it comes out better. The picture comes out better if you're using like photo paper. So that's why sometimes I do that. But today I was like, I'll just print it on regular paper, and so I won't have to worry so much about getting the plastic and so on. I did do some journaling here, because yeah, I did also do journaling in my personal book, but then I did a bit of journaling here as well. I guess force of habit. And so I woke up in much better spirits today. Let's make it a good one. And I got these at Michael's. They had like a sticker sale, 50% off recollection stickers yesterday. So I got this pack, and I was like, cool, because we do live in an age of the emoji. So why not have it outside of the digital realm in my very tangible, tactile documentation as well. Right, so I made a different kind of veggie pasta, but still very similar. I had some of this pasta cooked from yesterday. I just took it out of the fridge and like did a stir fry. So easy. I wasn't, I have to really be super happy to make like a big meal, but since it's just me, why, I just made a quick pasta dish and it was very yummy. So and I have this, like, this was in this pack I got at Tuesday morning. So I really like that I'm using a lot of my scraps and these little embellishments. It just, you don't have to do much, because this is washi tape. This is just a picture, just a few notes, different type of washi tape. And here we have a really festive looking page, right? And I decided I should take a picture. Even though when I left, like, one of them got a bit smeared. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I'm happy about how it came out. And then this is what I started to do, and I said maybe I should just do my filming, because that's even on the list here: film, edit, and upload week 3. So I wanted to compile a list of things that make me happy. Since I've been struggling so much this week, I wanted to remind myself of all the things that make me happy. And one thing that came to mind, of course, is writing. And I did a lot of writing, and that helped me this week to just focus on my writing. It really helped me to stay in good spirits. And then I was going to put something silly like eating oranges, because I've been loving these navel oranges that I know that sounds crazy, but you would think that I would have a more interesting favorite fruit, but oranges, I just love them. And I've been told that you don't really need more than one for the day, but I just love them. And so I was going to put that there, because every time I eat an orange I feel happy. Of course, I was going to also put crafting, and so that's a good idea. If you have some space in your journal, make space to make a list of things that make you happy, and just go and look at it when you're feeling a bit down, and remind yourself and go do one of those things, because it really helps. I think just thinking about it helped me. So I'm going to finish that. But as you know, I like to prepare my pages, especially for the next week. I don't usually do more than a week in advance, but since there's only 1 week left and I wanted to make it go all the way to the end of the book, I put down the staples. So I put down the date, the to-do list, a bit of washi tape, and that's it. And I did that for the next day, the 24th, that's 25th. And since this ends the signature, I wanted to start on another page that was full here. And this one is a pull-out. So exciting. And the 27th. Here is a page where I'm going to put some nostalgia. And then Friday. And in here, I may also do some nostalgia because it says remember. So I'm going to do that. Some more here. Another big pocket. Remember I told you, I showed you guys that. And the 29th. Another nostalgia page. And then 30. And I have a couple of more pages here. This just has like the evaluation. I thought it was just interesting. This probably was from the 1970s. and it's interesting to me because it's an English faculty self-examination to see what is it that they required, you know, what questions they had for people to see how well they were doing. And I just thought it was interesting to put it here, especially since by the end of April it is evaluation time. Students will be writing evaluations about me and stuff. So I have a couple more of these pages that I can fill in with stuff, and the pockets that I need when I'm on the road. So I'll come back again next week and I'll show you what I've done. And I've dedicated myself to documenting my week, no matter how it is, good, bad. I think it's a good practice because you will look back on it and say, oh, this was kind of a rough week, but then the next week was better. The week after that was phenomenal. Yes, there's another rough patch, but you overcame it. So I think that it's very valuable to document it, even if it's not the best week that you've ever had. All right. I am working on another journal to put in the store. I found this book in where did I get it? Ross, yeah. And I thought this is a perfect cover for this paper pack that I got at Joann's. So I'm working on this, and this is gonna be going in my store really soon. So you can look out for that coming up. So I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Walk good.